where Tinpun loves to roam. Smart in mind, brave at heart, so much courage for someone so small in part. One day Mama looked so sad, Biscuits gone, everyone was mad. Every day someone flies away, who is it sneaking Biscuits? Hey! Tinpun gave himself this mission, tightened his belt and aimed with precision. Catch that thief no matter how late, started the job before it got too late. A bear-shaped bell near Papa's place, in his eyes a shining trace. Ring the bell when the thief comes by, waiting on guard with a watchful eye. Night fell dark, the lights went out in the kitchen. A little sound so loud, must be the thief. Come on, let's see. Dum-Dum's hands were full of biscuits. Mama said, wow, my dear star, Tinpun's mind is best by far. Papa laughed and gave a cheer. You're our little hero here. Tinpun said, dear Dum-Dum friend, taking biscuits secretly must end. Biscuits are sweet, they hurt your teeth. Eat them at night, then brush beneath. Where there is love and patience bright, there's no need for any lies at night. Solve all problems using your brain. Tinpun won everyone's hearts again. Tinpun Piya, little and bright, Toonpur's heart full of light. 5 years old, so brave and sweet, with courage strong and smiles that greet. One fine morning, hand in hand, he set off with his sister so grand. Cap on head and stick in hand, marching off like a soldier so grand. Tree so tall, leaves fresh and green, butterflies danced in colors unseen. Birds were singing a cheerful tune, the jungle smelled like an old monsoon. But suddenly came a cry so loud, all grew still, no chirps, no sound. They found a mother deer in pain, her leg was trapped in rooting chain. The animals ran from far and near, each one tried to help the deer, but no one could set her free. With teary eyes she spoke softly, my baby ran into the brush, so I chased him in a rush. But my foot got stuck so tight, and now I'm trapped with all my might. Tinpun pulled out his tiny gum, the chewy one he'd kept for fun. He chewed and thought, then gave a wink. His eyes lit up, he had a link. He said, let's lift the mama light, together we can make this right. If we raise her just a bit, she'll pull her leg and out she'll slip. The elephant helped with gentle might, the peacock cheered with feathers bright. Everyone pushed and pulled with glee, till the deer jumped up and she was free. The deer looked up and softly said, Tinpun, you're special with tears she shed. The jungle echoed with claps and cheer, they danced with joy both far and near. A lesson learned so sweet and true, together there's nothing we cannot do. It was a holiday, kids felt bored. Dum-Dum cried loud, his voice just roared. Kum was tired, started to snore. Tinpun yelled, picnic, let's explore. Emma made sandwiches, buns so round, burgers and pizza, fun all around. Abba cleaned up his old car. Put, it went not very far. Kids packed toys, all set to play. Ludo, rope, bat, and ball that day. Morning came, car was full and bright. Off they went, singing with delight. In the jungle, flowers smelled sweet. Animals joined in, dancing on their feet. They sang and hopped in a happy line. Elephant, rabbit, deer, falcon, so fine. Near the lake, they set up their place. Umbrella chairs, none such a grace. Kids play by water with laughs so loud. Happy faces shining proud. Then Emma shouted, "Dum Dum, stay near!" But he ran to the boat, no sign of fear. He jumped inside, the boat went away. He couldn't swim, all turned gray. Tinpun chewed, Kenny got an idea fast. He whistled loud, friends came at last. Elephant, monkey, peacock, rabbit too brought sticks and bark, they knew what to do. They built a raft strong and wide. Tinpun's idea worked with pride. Tinpun and monkey went for the ride. They saved Dum Dum from the lake's big side. Dum Dum came back, everyone cheered. Abba hugged him, Abba appeared. Abba said, "You're brave, my star so bright. With friends and calm mind, you win the fight." Of course.
Hi, hot my stones. In tune per, the summer has come. School is out, the holidays begun. Kids go wild with endless cheer. Poor Amma sighs, what trouble's here? Scolded them well just yesterday, but today their mischiefs doubled away. The whole house echoes with fuss and fight. Tinpun shouts, "Let's go outside." All right, off to the park they rush as a team. Tinpun, kum, dum, dum. It seems they jump, they run, they play with glee, swinging from old bark on the big oak tree. A new idea lights up Tinpun's eyes. Let's build a plate, and what a surprise! Each holiday day they'll play up there, jumping, swinging without a care. Not on the ground, let's reach the skies. A house on the branches, oh what a prize! They search for tools with a happy shout. Ropes and wood, some bark and sprouts. Dum Dum climbs up, swings upside down, hangs from a bush, almost hits the ground. Kum cries out, "Oh save him now, don't let him fall, help him somehow." Animals who watch the fun from afar rush to help like true rock stars. Deer and monkey, squirrel and big old elephant all came running, so kind and gallant. Monkey pulled Dum Dum up so high. Squirrel pushed the bush to say goodbye. Elephant bent the branches down, and Tinpun caught Dum Dum safe and sound. Dum Dum laughed and clapped with glee. All the friends cheered in unity. A lesson learned, stand by your mate. A true friend helps before it's too late.
Tinpun Piya went to school, jumped and played, he was so cool. Wrote and read, moving ahead, learned life lessons just as said. From school he left, singing so bright. With friends he walked home in delight. Then he thought of flowers so sweet. Mom would be happy with this tree. La 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 la, little Tinpun, full of mischief, full of fun. came an idea bright. Tinpun caught fireflies so bright, filled his bottle, made a light, found the path, let's go right. Tinpun's idea was truly bright. Little Tinpun, full of mischief, full of fun. Little Tinpun, full of mischief, full of fun. At home they were all so sad. Dad was quiet, Mom felt bad. Saw Tinpun, they all did cheer, hugged them close, my precious dear. Tinpun gave Mom a rose so red, said sorry for the worry and dread. Wandering alone isn't right, lesson learned, home is bright. Little Tinpun, full of mischief, full of fun. Little Tinpun, full of mischief, full of fun.
The fruit of hard work. Hello, my dear little friends. Are you ready for a story? A story about 3 friends and one very special mango tree. Let's begin. A long time ago, in a quiet little village, there lived 3 animal friends. A happy little duck, a funny rooster, and a strong but lazy goat. One sunny morning, while waddling near the stream, the duck saw something shiny in the mud. "Oh, look," he quacked, "it's a mango seed. What if we plant it? Someday, it might grow into a big tree full of sweet mangoes." The rooster flapped his wings and laughed. "I'll help when it's time to eat the mangoes." The goat stretched and yawned. "Ugh, growing trees is slow and boring. You do it, duck. I'll be cheering from the shade." The duck just smiled. He cleaned the seed gently, found a perfect spot near the field, and planted it in the soil. Every morning, he came with his little watering can and gave it a drink. He pulled weeds, chased away bugs, and sometimes he even sang songs to the little plant. The rooster laughed from the fence. "You sing to plants now, silly duck?" The goat rolled on the grass. "You're wasting your time. That seed will never grow." But the duck didn't stop. He kept watering every single day. And guess what, my dear kids? One morning, a tiny green leaf peeked out from the ground. Then another and another. The mango tree had started to grow. Seasons changed. The little tree grew tall. The duck still came every day, rain or shine. Yeesh, but the rooster, still napping, and the goat, still snacking in the sun. Then one day, something amazing happened. The duck came to water the tree and saw bright golden mangoes hanging on its branches. Big, round, sweet-smelling mangoes. He danced and clapped. Hooray! The tree has finally given its fruit. Just then, the goat and rooster rushed over. "Wow, mangoes!" shouted the rooster. "Let's eat," said the goat, licking his lips. But the duck looked at them quietly and said, "Wait a minute. Where were you both when the seed was planted? When the tree was thirsty? When the bugs came crawling?" The rooster blinked. We were busy?" The duck nodded slowly. "I asked for help but no one came. Now that the tree has given fruit, suddenly everyone is hungry. The goat looked down. The rooster scratched his head. "We're sorry," they both said together. "We should have helped you." The duck smiled kindly. "It's never too late to be a better friend." He gave each of them one mango and said, "The rest are for the ones who water, wait, and work." And what do we learn, kids? If you want to enjoy the reward, you have to be part of the work. Good friends don't just eat together, they grow together too. And the sweetest fruit? It belongs to those who never gave up. Now tell me, if you found a mango seed, would you help grow the tree? The Monkey and the Crocodile. Once upon a time, in a deep green forest, there was a big, beautiful river. On the bank of that river stood a tall, strong tree full of sweet, juicy fruits. In that tree lived a happy monkey. He loved to jump from branch to branch, sing songs, and eat yummy fruits all day long. One hot afternoon, a crocodile came swimming to the riverbank. He looked tired and hungry. The monkey saw him and felt sorry. "Hello, Mr. Crocodile. You look so tired. Would you like some of my sweet fruits?" The monkey called out. The crocodile looked up, surprised and happy. "Oh yes, I am very hungry. Thank you so much, monkey," he said. The monkey threw down some fruits. The crocodile ate them and felt strong and happy again. From that day on, the monkey and the crocodile became good friends. Every day, the crocodile visited the monkey. They laughed, shared stories, and enjoyed the fruits together. One day, the crocodile took some fruits home for his wife. She loved the fruits. She thought, "If these fruits are so sweet, the monkey's heart must be even sweeter," she said to her husband. "Dear, I want to eat that monkey's heart." The crocodile was shocked. "Oh no, the monkey is my friend," he said. But the crocodile's wife kept insisting and even cried. Finally, he agreed, though he didn't want to hurt his friend. The next day, the crocodile went to meet the monkey. "My friend," he said, "my wife loved your fruits and wants to meet you. Come to our home for dinner." The monkey was happy and trusted his friend. He jumped onto the crocodile's back and they started crossing the river. When they reached the middle of the river, the crocodile said slowly, "My friend, I have to tell you the truth. My wife wants to eat your heart. That's why I'm taking you home." The monkey was shocked but stayed calm. He thought quickly and said, "Oh dear friend, why didn't you tell me before? I left my heart on the tree. Let's go back and get it." The silly crocodile believed him and quickly turned around. When they reached the bank, the monkey jumped back to his tree as fast as he could. He climbed high and shouted, "You foolish crocodile! How can anyone live without a heart? You tried to trick me, but I am smarter than you. From today, we can't be friends anymore." The crocodile felt sad and swam away slowly. The monkey stayed safe and learned to be careful with whom he trusted. Moral of the story: always use your brain in difficult situations. Presence of mind can save you from danger. The Lion and the Rabbit. Once upon a time, in a thick green forest, there lived a fierce lion. He was strong and very cunning. The lion loved hunting animals, and he was always hungry. But after many years, he grew old and weak. He could no longer run fast to catch his prey. He started thinking of a trick to keep getting his food without much effort. One day, he pretended to be very sick. He lay inside his dark cave and groaned loudly. When animals passed by, they heard him crying in pain. Out of kindness, many animals came to visit him and ask if they could help. But as soon as they stepped inside, the lion pounced on them and ate them. Day after day, animals kept disappearing. The lion kept acting sick and tricked more visitors. Soon, many animals noticed that their friends were missing. One day, a clever rabbit decided to visit the lion. As he reached near the cave, he saw many footprints going inside, but none coming out. The rabbit became suspicious. He stood at a safe distance and called out, "Dear lion, how are you feeling today?" The lion, pretending to be weak, replied in a soft voice, "Oh dear rabbit, I am very sick. Please come inside and see me. I need your help." But the wise rabbit didn't move closer. Instead, he laughed and said, "Oh, mighty lion, I see many footprints going into your cave, but none coming back out. I understand your trick now. You are not sick. You are just fooling everyone to eat them." The lion realized his plan had been discovered and became very angry. He roared loudly, but the rabbit was too quick and smart. He ran away before the lion could catch him. The clever rabbit then told all the other animals about the lion's trick. From that day on, no animal went near the lion's cave. The lion remained hungry and lonely because no one trusted him anymore. All the animals cheered and thanked the clever rabbit for saving them. They learned an important lesson that day. It is always wise to think carefully and look for signs before trusting someone. Moral of the story: think before you act. Cleverness and careful observation can save you from danger. The Clever Pigeon. Once upon a time, in a quiet village, there lived a flock of pigeons. Every morning, they would fly together to look for food in nearby fields and gardens. Among them was one small but very smart pigeon named Pico. One sunny day, all the pigeons saw a large field full of grains. The grains looked fresh and shiny under the sun. All the pigeons were very happy and excited. "Wow, so much food today," they chirped. But Pico felt something was wrong. He looked carefully around the field. There was no farmer, no birds nearby, and everything was too quiet. The other pigeons laughed at Pico and said, "Why are you always so careful? Let's eat quickly before someone else comes." Without listening to Pico, they all flew down to the field and started pecking at the grains. Suddenly, they felt a strong tug. The grains were spread over a big net. The pigeons were trapped. They flapped their wings and cried for help, but they could not escape. From behind a tree, a hunter appeared with a big smile. "Today, I will catch many pigeons," he said. Pico stayed up in the sky, watching sadly. He wanted to help his friends. He flew down to them and said, "Don't lose hope. Listen to me carefully. If you all flap your wings together at the same time, you can lift the net and fly away." At first, the trapped pigeons did not believe him, but they trusted Pico and decided to try. On his count, All the pigeons flapped their wings together, again and again. Slowly, the net started rising. The hunter ran toward them, but before he could reach, the pigeons flew up high, carrying the net with them. They flew far away to a safe place in the forest, where a mouse friend helped cut the net and set them free. The pigeons thanked Pico with tears of joy. "You saved us with your cleverness and brave heart," they said. Pico smiled and said, "Always think before you act, and never ignore danger signs. When we work together and stay calm, we can overcome any trouble." From that day on, all the pigeons listened to Pico and always stayed alert. They learned the value of being careful and working as a team. Moral of the story: clever thinking and teamwork can save us from danger. Always stay alert and help each other.
Lion and the Mouse. Once upon a time, in the heart of a big, green jungle, where the tall trees swayed and birds sang sweet songs every morning, there lived a great lion named Leo. Leo was the king of the jungle. He had a golden mane that shimmered in the sunlight and paws so big they could crush a rock. Leo loved to roam his jungle kingdom every day. He would walk past the sparkling river, sniff the colorful flowers, and listen to the chattering monkeys swinging above. But after a long day of roaming, Leo would always find his favorite shady spot under a giant old tree to take a nap. One warm afternoon, Leo was lying under his tree. His eyes were slowly closing as a gentle breeze played with his mane. His breathing was deep and peaceful. The bees buzzed lazily around the flowers, and the whole jungle seemed to nap along with him. But not everyone was sleeping that day. Nearby, a tiny brown mouse named Mimi was busy gathering seeds and berries for her dinner. Mimi was small, with soft fur and shiny black eyes full of curiosity. She was always running here and there, giggling and squeaking happily. As she scampered around, Mimi didn't realize how close she had gotten to the big lion. Suddenly, oops! She ran right across Leo's giant paw. Leo's eyes shot open. He roared, so loud that all the birds flew from the trees in fright. "Roo! Who dares to wake me from my nap?" Leo growled, showing his sharp, shining teeth. Mimi froze. Her tiny heart thumped like a little drum. She turned around slowly and looked up. There stood Leo, towering above her, his golden mane glowing like a fiery crown, his eyes blazing like two burning lanterns. "Please, mighty lion, I didn't mean to wake you," squeaked Mimi, her tiny voice trembling. She held her little hands together and bowed her head. "I was just collecting my seeds. Please let me go. I promise I'll never disturb you again." Leo narrowed his eyes. Then he let out a booming laugh that echoed through the jungle. "Ha ha ha! You are so small. You think you can bother me? You are nothing but a snack for me," Leo teased. He lifted his paw and pressed it gently on Mimi's back to stop her from running. Mimi shivered but gathered all her courage. She looked up at Leo again, her whiskers twitching. "Oh, please, Leo, if you let me go today, maybe someday I can help you too," she said softly. Leo roared with laughter, even louder this time. The trees shook, and the leaves rained down like confetti. "You? Help me? Ha ha ha! You are too funny, little mouse. How could someone so tiny help the great king of the jungle?" But something in Mimi's shiny eyes made Leo pause. He felt a warm tickle in his heart. Finally, with a big sigh, he slowly lifted his paw and let her go. "Go! Run away before I change my mind," he grumbled. But there was a tiny smile hiding behind his big teeth. Mimi squeaked happily. Thank you so much, kind lion," she said, bowing quickly. She dashed off into the bushes, her little tail flicking behind her. Leo yawned and lay down again, closing his eyes. Before long, he was snoring loudly, dreaming about chasing deer and rolling in the grass. Days turned into weeks. The jungle stayed lively and busy, full of bird songs and monkey chatter. One sunny morning, Leo decided to take a long walk to the far side of the jungle. He loved exploring the hidden paths and breathing the fresh, sweet air. But this time, he didn't know that some hunters had set a big, strong net trap on one of the trails. Leo didn't notice the net and stepped right into it. With a loud snap, the ropes sprang up and tangled around him. "Roo!" Leo roared in shock and anger. He twisted and turned, but the more he moved, the tighter the ropes became. All the animals of the jungle heard his roar. The birds flew far away, the deer hid in the bushes, and even the monkeys stopped playing. Leo fought and fought, but soon he felt tired and weak. His golden mane was tangled, and his strong paws couldn't tear the ropes. For the first time in his life, Leo felt truly helpless. Tears welled up in his big eyes. He thought, "Is this how my story ends? Caught like a silly cub?" Mimi heard Leo, rushed to him. When she saw Leo trapped in the net, she gasped. Without wasting a second, she scurried to the ropes. "Don't worry, Leo. I'm here to help you," she chirped. Mimi began to gnaw and nibble at the thick ropes with her sharp little teeth. She worked fast, chewing through one rope after another. Her tiny body shook with determination, but she didn't stop. Leo watched with wide eyes. Hope sparkled inside him. Mimi panted, but kept going. Almost there, she squeaked. Finally, with one last bite, the ropes snapped, and Leo was free. Leo stood up slowly and shook off the ropes. His mane fluttered in the breeze again. He looked down at Mimi with wide, grateful eyes. "Mimi, you saved me," he whispered. His deep voice trembled with emotion. Mimi giggled shyly. "See, I told you one day I might help you too." Leo knelt down, so his giant face was close to hers. He gave her a gentle nudge with his big nose, careful not to hurt her. "You were right. I was wrong to think someone so small could never help me," Leo said. His golden eyes shone with respect and kindness. From that day on, Leo and Mimi became the best of friends. Whenever Leo took a nap, Mimi would watch over him and make sure no one disturbed the king. And Leo would always protect Mimi from big birds and other dangers. The other animals in the jungle watched them and learned a big lesson. It doesn't matter how small or big you are. Even the tiniest friend can make the biggest difference. That night, as the moonlight danced on the jungle leaves, Leo and Mimi sat together under the stars. Leo looked at Mimi and said, "Thank you, little friend. You have the biggest heart in the jungle." Mimi smiled and replied, "And you have the kindest heart, Leo. Thank you for believing in me." As the cool breeze rustled the trees and the stars twinkled above, the two friends fell asleep side by side, dreaming of more adventures together. Moral of the story: no act of kindness is ever wasted. Even the smallest creature can help the mightiest. Never underestimate anyone because of their size. A big heart can come in the tiniest package. What do you think? Comment and let us know.
Once upon a time, there was a beautiful jungle. It was full of animals, deer, monkeys, parrots, rabbits, all living happily together. But there was one animal who was the most famous and the most feared. The lion. Yes, the big, strong, and very proud lion. Every morning, the lion would wake up and roar loudly. "Look at me! I am the king of the jungle. No one is stronger than me." All the animals would get scared and hide. The monkey would run up the trees holding his tail. The deer would stop eating grass, and the parrots would become completely silent as if they lost their voices. One day, the lion was in a strange mood. He called all the animals together and shouted, "Listen carefully. From now on, each one of you will bring me food every day. Otherwise, the animals were terrified." The deer said, "Oh no, what will we do now?" The monkey said, "I only eat mangoes. What should I give him?" All the animals felt helpless and afraid. But there was one animal who wasn't scared at all, the clever fox. The fox twitched her ears, her eyes sparkled, and she thought, this lion has become too arrogant. He needs a lesson. The next morning, the fox went to the lion. The lion growled in anger. "Where is my food? Do I need to teach you all a lesson?" The fox pretended to be scared and said, "Oh dear lion brother, we wanted to bring your food, but there was a problem." The lion's eyes grew wide. "What problem?" The fox said. "A new lion has come to our jungle. He claims that he is stronger than you." The lion became furious. He roared so loudly that the whole jungle shook. "What? Another lion in my jungle? I will show him who is stronger." The fox smiled slyly and said, "Come with me. I'll show you where he is hiding." The fox took the lion to an old well. She pointed and said, "He is hiding inside this well. Look for yourself." The lion looked into the well and saw his own reflection in the water. He thought it was the other lion. He roared, "Come out! I will not spare you." His reflection roared back as the water moved. The lion thought the other lion was challenging him. Furious, the lion jumped into the well with a big splash. The lion started struggling and shouting in the water. "Help! This is just water! I have been tricked!" Above, the fox was rolling on the ground, laughing. She said, "Oh, lion brother, that was just your own reflection, but your pride and arrogance pushed you into the water." Soon, all the animals gathered around the well. The monkey clapped and said, "See? That's what happens when you are too proud." The deer laughed and said, "Now you understand. Pride only brings trouble." The parrots started shouting, "Lesson learned! Lesson learned!" The lion somehow climbed out of the well. He was tired, embarrassed, and completely wet. He looked at the animals and said, "Please forgive me. I understand now that pride is bad. I want to be friends with all of you." The animals laughed and forgave him. The monkey said, "All right, we forgive you. From now on, let's all live together happily." Then, a big party started in the jungle. The monkey danced, the deer made a grass cake, and the parrots sang songs. Everyone celebrated together. Even the lion danced that day. From then on, he became everyone's good friend. And so, all the animals lived together in happiness and friendship. Moral of the story: pride never helps anyone. Respect everyone and live happily together.
Dance Once upon a time in a bright and cheerful room, letter A woke up with a big happy zoom. Yap, ring, rang, thing went the alarm clock. A for alarm clock, buzzing with delight. A stretched and smiled its morning light. He jumped out of bed with a wiggle and hop, and down to the kitchen he made a quick stop. On the table sat something red and round, so shiny and juicy it hardly may sound. A took a big bite and gave a cheer. A for apple, loud and clear. Next, A packed for a fun-filled quest. Wearing red shoes and his bright A vest, he opened his bag and what did he see? An apron, an arrow, and an airplane key. A for apron, A for arrow, A for airplane too. Adventure was calling off, A flew down the trail with the sun on his back. A wandered through trees on a winding track. Who's that marching in a line so fine? Little ants all walking in time. A for ant, tiny and neat, marching along with fast little feet. Then a voice came from a tree so wide, it was alligator waving with pride. A for alligator with a big toothy grin, he laughed and said, hey, let's begin. Swinging above on a hanging vine was a giggling ape looking mighty fine. A for ape with an avocado snack, he gave A slice from his leafy pack. A for avocado, green and smooth, yum, said A, that's a tasty food. Soon A reached a colorful shack with paintbrushes, paper, and art on a rack. It was the art class with colors so bright. A for art, such a beautiful sight. He painted an apple in aqua blue with an apron on and a cheerful hue. As the sun began to set and glow, A waved goodbye and started to go. But then on the road with a neenah sound, an ambulance zoomed quickly around. A for ambulance, off to help fast, helping someone with a gentle blast. Just then near the crossing where signs are shown, an actor waved with a megaphone. A for actor with glasses and a hat, he smiled and waved, nice job, A fancy that. Finally home under stars so bright, A snuggled in bed and turned off the light. He whispered softly with sleepy delight, today I saw so many things that were right. Alarm clock, apple, ape-plan, airplane, ant, alligator, ape, and avocado again. Art, arrow, ambulance, actor too. I love the letter A, don't you? His eyes closed slowly, his smile stayed wide, as dreams of A words danced inside. Wasn't that fun, kids? A had a wonderful day. Come back tomorrow, we've more to say. Which letter we'll visit? Who will it be? The letter B is coming soon. Just wait and see.
Bumblebee woke up in bed with sleepy eyes and a sleepy head. Brushed his teeth so clean and bright, had a banana, took a bite. Oh, before bed, brush and banana.
Boots on feet, he grabbed his bike, pedaled fast just like he liked. At the park he saw a ball, bounced it high and gave a call.
Oh, before boots, bike and ball. Hello, Bear, said Bee with glee. Bear was dancing next to a tree. A buzzing bee flew all around. My balloon's lost, it can't be found. Ho, before Bear, Bee, and balloon. Stuck in a bush, the balloon flew high. Bear and Bee both reached the sky. They got it down and with delight, the bee gave them a box so bright.
stylish, box and bright. Inside the box, a book of fun with B words shining one by one. They sat on a bench near a singing bird and read each silly giggly word. B for book, bench and bird. Then rang a bell, it's time to go. Back home B walked real slow. Under his blanket, snug as can be, he whispered, what a beautiful day for me, for bell, blanket, and bedtime. Chubby C woke up with cheer, clapped his hands, new day is here. Ate crisp cornflakes from his cup, wore his cap and jumped right up. C for cheer, C for clapped, C for cornflakes, and C for cup. Took his camera, clicked the cat. Cat chased crickets, imagine that. Found a carrot, crunchy and sweet, shared with the crab by his feet. C for camera, C for cat, C for crickets, and C for carrot. At the carnival, C saw cake, chewed on candy by the lake. Clap for clown with funny feet, caught cool confetti in the street. C for carnival, C for cake, C for candy, and C for clown. Clouds came rolling big and bright, flew his kite with all his might. Caught a cherry, wore his cape, cheered so loud, no escape. C for cloud, C for kite, C for cherry, and C for cape. At nights Sis hugged his chubby cub, sipped warm cocoa in a comfy tub, crawled in covers, closed his eyes, dreamed of cakes and big blue skies. Cub, C for cocoa, C for covers, and C for closed. At the carnival, C saw cake, chewed on candy by the lake. Clapped for clown with funny feet, caught cool confetti in the street. C for carnival, C for cake, C for candy, and C for clown. C is for cake, C is for cat, C is for clapping, can you do that? C is so cool, come sing with me. Clap for chubby C, 1, 2, C is for cake, C is for cat, C is for clapping, can you do that? C is so cool, come sing with me. Clap for chubby C, 1, 2, C is for cake, C is for cat, C is for clapping, can you do that? C is so cool, come sing with me. Clap for chubby C, 1, 2, 3.
Come along, it's time to explore stories and songs.